God says, "Beloved soul," before your heart reacts to the urgency in these words, pause and breathe slowly, because the message behind this intensity is not fear, not pressure, and not panic, but awareness and alignment. Archangel Michael does not beg from weakness, and heaven does not rush you through threats. The urgency you feel is symbolic, not literal. It represents a moment of awakening, a moment when your attention shifts from distraction to focus, from noise to clarity. When you read that you are chosen to see a miracle, understand this deeply. Miracles in your life do not depend on a 2-minute countdown, they depend on your readiness to recognize what is already unfolding around you. The "open quickly" is not about anxiety, it is about presence. It is about stopping long enough to realize that something meaningful is already in motion. You are chosen, not because you clicked at the right second, but because you have been growing quietly in ways you may not even recognize. There have been private battles you endured without applause, silent prayers you whispered when no one else knew, moments when you chose integrity over impulse. Those choices shape you. Those moments prepare you. And often the miracle you are waiting for is not a sudden dramatic event, but the culmination of steady growth finally becoming visible. Archangel Michael's "begging" is the language of urgency meant to interrupt your distraction, to pull you into stillness, to remind you that divine shifts often happen when you are fully present rather than rushing ahead. The idea that it will happen in 2 minutes is not about a clock ticking down towards something magical appearing out of nowhere. It is about immediacy of awareness. In the next 2 minutes, your perspective can change. In the next 2 minutes, you can choose peace over panic. In the next 2 minutes, you can decide to stop underestimating yourself. Miracles often begin with a shift in mindset before they ever appear in visible form. When you change how you see your circumstances, you begin to notice opportunities that were always there. When you calm your fear, you hear guidance more clearly. When you slow down, clarity rises. The phrase, "don't tell anyone," is not about secrecy rooted in fear. It is about protecting your focus. Not every insight needs to be announced before it grows. Not every dream needs public validation before it forms. Sometimes the most powerful transformations happen quietly within you before they are visible to others. Guard your peace. Guard your vision. Guard your momentum. There is strength in silent growth. There is wisdom in allowing something to mature before sharing it widely. Archangel Michael stands as a symbol of protection over that growth, reminding you that not every miracle needs an audience in its earliest stages. If something is about to shift in your life, it will not be because you stayed exactly 2 minutes on a video. It will be because you allowed your heart to become aware, steady, and ready. Miracles can look like clarity after confusion. They can look like a conversation that resolves tension. They can look like an opportunity that appears once you stop doubting yourself. They can look like peace entering a space that was once filled with anxiety. And sometimes the greatest miracle is realizing that you are stronger, wiser, and more prepared than you thought. So instead of rushing, remain present. Instead of fearing loss, embrace awareness. Instead of reacting to urgency, absorb the message behind it. You are chosen, not randomly, but because your journey has been shaping you towards something greater. And whatever unfolds next in your life will not arrive through panic, but through alignment. Stay calm. Stay focused. Stay open. The miracle is not racing against a clock. It is forming in the quiet strength you are building right now. God says, "Beloved soul, now that your breathing has slowed and the urgency of the title no longer controls your emotions, let us go deeper into what this miracle truly means, because heaven does not operate through panic, it operates through preparation and alignment." Archangel Michael's intensity is not about desperation, it is about awakening. There are moments in life when your spirit is ready to level up, but your mind is still distracted, still scrolling, still waiting for something dramatic to happen. The call to open quickly is symbolic of opening your awareness quickly, not your fear. The miracle forming around you is not a spectacle that appears out of thin air in 2 literal minutes, it is a shift that has been building quietly through your discipline, your endurance, your resilience, and your faith during seasons when no one was watching. You have survived chapters that could have broken you. You have carried responsibilities that felt heavy. You have endured silence when answers seemed delayed. Yet through it all, you kept moving. That persistence is not small. That consistency is not invisible. The miracle you are about to witness is connected to that perseverance. Often we expect miracles to look like sudden explosions of change, but more often they look like doors finally opening after months of unseen preparation. They look like clarity arriving after confusion. They look like opportunities appearing once your mindset shifts from doubt to confidence. In the next 2 minutes, your life may not dramatically transform, but your perception can. And perception determines direction. The instruction, "Don't tell anyone," carries deeper wisdom than secrecy. Not every vision should be announced before it is rooted. Not every breakthrough should be shared before it stabilizes. When something begins to grow within you, new confidence, new strategy, new clarity, it is wise to protect it from unnecessary opinions. There are dreams that require quiet incubation. There are plans that flourish better when developed in silence. Archangel Michael's presence symbolizes protection over this growth, ensuring that what is forming within you is guarded from doubt, distraction, and negative influence. Guard your peace. Guard your focus. Guard your progress. Consider what has been shifting inside you lately. Have you felt a new determination rising? Have you noticed yourself thinking differently about old problems? Have you begun questioning patterns that once felt permanent? That is movement. That is transformation beginning. The miracle may not be external first, it may be internal. When your mindset upgrades, your actions follow. When your actions change, your results shift. And when your results shift, people call it a miracle, even though it began quietly in your decision to grow. You are not waiting for magic. You are stepping into maturity. The chosen language in the title is not about exclusivity meant to isolate you from others. It is about responsibility. You are chosen to recognize growth when it appears. You are chosen to step forward when opportunity knocks instead of hesitating. You are chosen to act with courage when fear tries to slow you down. That choice belongs to you. The miracle is not imposed on you, it unfolds through your participation. Heaven aligns possibilities, but you activate them through readiness. As you remain present in this moment, feel the calm replacing urgency. Notice how clarity feels stronger than excitement. That calm is confirmation that this message is about empowerment, not pressure. The next 2 minutes of your life can become the turning point where you decide to move with intention instead of reaction. Where you decide to protect your growth instead of announcing it prematurely. Where you decide to trust steady progress over dramatic promises. This is the deeper miracle, awareness that changes direction. Stay here a little longer. Let this realization anchor itself. What is unfolding for you will not be rushed by a timer, and it will not disappear if you blink. It will grow as you grow. It will strengthen as you strengthen. And as this second part closes, understand this clearly: the miracle is not racing against seconds, it is unfolding in alignment with your maturity, your readiness, and your quiet determination to rise. God says, "Beloved soul, as we move deeper into this unfolding message, allow the remaining sense of urgency to completely dissolve, because what is happening now is not about speed, it is about alignment." Archangel Michael's voice, which sounded intense at first, is now steady and firm, not pressuring you but strengthening you. The miracle that is forming around your life is not something fragile that disappears if you blink, and it is not something controlled by a literal 2-minute window. It is something that has been developing quietly through your patience, your persistence, and your willingness to keep going even when results were not visible. Many times, miracles are misunderstood as sudden dramatic events, but in truth, they are the visible outcome of invisible preparation. You have been preparing longer than you realize. Think about how much your mindset has changed over the past months or years. You react differently to challenges. You analyze situations with more maturity. You recognize patterns you once ignored. That evolution is not random. It is growth. And growth is the foundation of every lasting breakthrough. The angels are not asking you to rush, they are inviting you to recognize that something inside you has shifted enough to support something bigger outside you. When your internal stability strengthens, your external results begin to change naturally. That is why the miracle feels close. It is not racing toward you from the outside. It is rising from within you. The idea of "don't tell anyone" continues to carry meaning here. Protecting your growth does not mean isolating yourself in fear, it means allowing your vision to mature before exposing it to unnecessary criticism. There are people who will not understand your next level because they only know your past version. There are voices that may unintentionally plant doubt when you are just beginning to build confidence. Guard your clarity. Guard your direction. Share wisely. Archangel Michael symbolizes discernment in this season, reminding you that strength is not loud, it is steady. Your miracle will speak for itself when the time is right. You may notice small confirmations appearing around you. Subtle opportunities. Encouraging conversations. Ideas that feel stronger than before. These are not coincidences. They are signals that alignment is forming. When you choose focus over distraction, you begin to notice doors that were always there. When you choose discipline over impulse, you create stability that supports expansion. When you choose belief over doubt, your actions carry more confidence. The miracle is not about something magically dropping into your life, it is about recognizing that you are ready to step into what has been forming all along. The word "chosen" in this title holds responsibility and empowerment. You are chosen to act differently. You are chosen to respond with maturity. You are chosen to protect your peace instead of reacting emotionally to dramatic language. That awareness alone places you ahead of where you once were. The next phase of your life will not be activated by urgency but by intention. It will not be sustained by excitement but by consistency. It will not be protected by secrecy alone but by wisdom in what you share and when you share it. As you sit with this realization, notice how calm you feel compared to the beginning. That calm is your confirmation that this message is about strengthening, not scaring you. You are not on a countdown. You are on a progression. Each day you choose focus, you move closer to visible breakthrough. Each moment you choose growth, you build momentum. The miracle is unfolding at a pace aligned with your readiness. Stay steady. Stay aware. Stay intentional. And understand that what is forming for you cannot be rushed, but it also cannot be stopped when you continue moving forward with clarity and discipline. God says, "Beloved soul, as we reach this final part, everything now becomes clear, because what began with urgency now settles into understanding." Archangel Michael's intense call was never about fear, never about a literal 2-minute countdown, and never about something disappearing if you looked away. It was about interrupting your distraction long enough for you to recognize your own readiness. The miracle you are chosen to see is not a sudden spectacle falling from the sky, it is the visible result of internal transformation that has been quietly shaping you for a long time. You have been evolving. You have been refining your mindset. You have been learning from mistakes. You have been growing through discipline and reflection. That steady growth is the foundation of what is about to become visible in your life. The miracle is not fragile. It does not expire. It unfolds in alignment with your maturity. The phrase, "Don't tell anyone," now becomes wisdom rather than secrecy. Not every breakthrough needs immediate validation. Not every vision needs public approval. When something powerful begins to form, it is wise to protect it until it gains strength. There are seasons where silence is not isolation, it is incubation. You do not need to announce every shift in your mindset or every new direction in your plans. Let your actions speak when the time is right. Let your progress reveal itself naturally. Archangel Michael represents discernment in this stage of your life, reminding you that guarding your peace and guarding your focus is part of protecting your destiny. The miracle grows stronger when it is nurtured quietly. Look at how your perspective has changed from the beginning of this message. At first there may have been urgency, maybe even curiosity driven by dramatic words. Now there is calm clarity. That shift itself is evidence of growth. You are no longer reacting impulsively to intense language, you are interpreting meaning with maturity. That is power. That is awareness. And awareness is often the true turning point. When you begin to see situations differently, you begin to move differently. When you move differently, results begin to change. The miracle may look like opportunity meeting preparation. It may look like clarity guiding your next decision. It may look like confidence replacing hesitation. It may look like stability forming where chaos once existed. These are not small changes, they are foundational transformations. You are chosen not because you clicked at the perfect second, but because you are ready to carry responsibility at a higher level. Being chosen means being willing to act with intention rather than impulse. It means protecting your vision rather than exposing it to every opinion. It means committing to growth even when it is not glamorous. The miracle unfolding in your life will not be sustained by excitement alone, it will be sustained by consistency. And consistency is something you have been quietly developing. The next chapter of your journey will reward focus, discipline, and calm strength. There is no race against time. There is only steady progress aligned with your readiness. As this final part closes, let this be your declaration of confidence. If this message shifted your perspective from urgency to empowerment, type, "I am ready for my next level," in the comments as your commitment to growth and focus. Like this video so it can reach someone who may need clarity instead of panic. Subscribe and stay connected for messages that strengthen your mindset and guard your direction. The miracle was never about 2 minutes on a clock. It was about the moment you decided to rise with awareness. And that moment is already happening within you.